Hi, welcome to Gardener's World. This week Monty asked Steve Dog to step in, and I'm here with my Stano gardening equipment gear on. Well, it's springtime, and springtime is perhaps the most busiest time of the year for everybody in the garden. So let's just have a quick look around and see what's going on throughout the garden on this special edition Gardeners for World. Gardeners for All? Gardeners for World. It's good to see that the yellow mingus has come through nicely. Now, I planted this from twig. Actually, I made a cutting of this. This is a genuine Steve Dog fact, and as you can see, it's blossoming beautiful. It flowers through most of the year. Actually, this here is a this is actually, some of you are going to say this is a Syringa vulgaris sensation, which is just starting to come through now. And as we go around the garden, we can see that the honeysuckle is starting to come into blossom, as are already in blossom. One step up on it, it's just going over now, and this is Forsythia forsythus. Okay, Forsythia forsythus. So let's go and have a look and see what we're doing in the garden now. Well, what we've decided to do is tidy up some areas. So next to this vulgarius, which is actually a lilac, you probably knew that. We've created an area here, and what we're going to do is we're going to plant in there one of these. Now, this is perfect for this spot. This does like I'll explain to you guys, because I obviously know this. This is a ready for garden camellia nuchus cameo, and just so you know, this does like it. It'll flower anytime between February and April. This flower, it'll grow up to 200 centimeters, so 2 meters, which is perfect, and it does like partial sun. So this is the perfect location. We're going to plant that in there. Come back shortly, we'll see how we got on. Let's show you what I'm doing down there on the gardening work face. Right, so what I've got here is a trowel, and as you can see what I'm doing there, folks, right, this is quite technical, and you know, if some of you can't keep up with me here, just go away and look it up and come back. What I'm doing is I'm digging, that's what we call a hole. I'm digging a hole, right? So, and we're going to put something in the hole, that's right. And then the next thing you do, guys, is get a bit of water in there. You see that water's horrible and manky, that's fine, plants love all that sort of stuff, right? And then we're going to get the plant, the new plant in fact, and chuck it in there. I've just tipped this one out of the pot, and as you can see, this is our old friend root binding. What we want to do first of all is give this a good water. I'm going to dunk it in some water, or run it under the tap or something, just to get it nice and wet, loosen up some of those roots a little bit so they can forage and find their way into the ground, and then we're going to chuck him in the hole, or put him in the hole. So there we can see it, folks. He's in at the right level. We can then, we've watered him in around, we can then backfill in around here with soil. That's the stuff you find in the garden on the floor. It's the brown stuff. The brown stuff is available, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push that in nice and firm all around there to remove air gaps. Okay, we don't have any air gaps around there, so air gaps are a no-no in this business, right? Air gaps are good in other businesses, but not in this business. Let's get that one in and show you what it looks like. While I think of it, please click on the link above, or at the end I'll put a little thing for you to press, where Monty is going to show you how to lift and split your Iris sibirica. It's a question that I get asked more than any question at all, really, is how do you split and lift your Iris sibirica? Well, Monty's going to show you that, because I've delegated. But now let's have a look and see how we finished off what Steve Dog has been planting today. Let's turn it around and look at the web work face garden cam. So there you go, folks. Camellia nuchos camillo. This will flower in February to April. It's probably going to flower in April, and it's going to have pink flowers, and that's going to grow up to 2 meters tall. So there you go. There's a good job done in the garden. And let's just quickly show you a photo of the wallflower. That's a wallflower there. Planted those from seed 2 years ago. I think now that the seeds of my labour are bearing fruit. And here, just finally, look at this. This is actually a flowering black currant. Black currant eye is this one. So there you go. So tune in again for more Steve Dog Does Gardener's World. And remember, click on one of those links over there somewhere and you'll see Monty splitting and separating and lifting his iris areoli. Okay? And we'll catch you guys on the gardening, smartling flip side.
He's barking at